Sometimes you see a person who draws incredibly well, or who is Steve Vai and plays guitar like a madman.
Excellent!
However, it is at these moments that usually we hear comments like, "You have a gift," or "You were born to do this." And whenever I hear this kind of thing, it comes to my mind a concept that I really struggle to deal with: destiny. I mean, what is destiny? Does it really exist? And if it does, what is my destiny? And what is your destiny? Destiny actually is a concept that has existed in humanity for centuries in different religions and mythologies, such as the Parkes in Roman mythology, the Norns in Norse mythology, and the Moiras in Greek mythology. These last ones became famous in Disney's Hercules animation. They were responsible for fabricating, weaving, and cutting what would be the thread of everyone's life. In the Hellenistic period, there were two distinct streams of thoughts. The Stoics believed that human decisions and actions ultimately went according to a divine plan. The Epicureans, on the other hand, denied the existence of a destiny chosen by a god. They believed that human actions were voluntary if they were rational. Well, there are a lot of involuntary actions nowadays, am I right? What? You didn't see any of these movies? You're a lucky man. In the 19th century, we had two great philosophers who drew important reflections about this theme. The first one was Schopenhauer, who addressed in his book Parerga und Paralipomena, which means Appendices and Omissions, published in 1851. Fate shuffles the cards, and we play. I mean, this pretty much shows that for him, fate actually exists. After all, we do not choose the cards that life gives us, for example, where we were born, who our parents were, the time we came into the world. However, we can do whatever we want with what we're given. On the other hand, Nietzsche, amazing name by the way, says in his book Ecce Homo, "My formula for greatness in a human being is amor fati." Amor fati, or love of fate, is the acceptance of whatever happens in our lives, to face everything, including suffering and loss, as something good, or at the very least necessary. And it is aligned with the concept of the eternal return, introduced by him in his book Die Fröhliche Wissenschaft, which means the happy science. The eternal return is a sense of satisfaction with life and acceptance of it. Thus one could live the same life over and over and over again for all eternity without having any problem with it. And I know exactly what you're thinking right now. Nietzsche. What an amazing mustache! Respect the stash. In fiction, we have several examples of different views about fate. I mean, the three riches in Shakespeare's Macbeth, the Greek tragedies like Oedipus the King, the Odyssey, and the Iliad. In more modern works, we have the Sisters of Fate in God of War, the Neo being the chosen one in Matrix, this is perhaps the most famous one. And finally, Destiny, one of the endless in Neil Gaiman's masterpiece, Sandman. And yes, we're gonna dip our toes just a little bit into comics. Destiny is an enigmatic character who has the Book of Destiny chained to his right arm. His first appearance is in Sandman issue 21, the prelude of the Season of Mists. And in this issue, there's a brief description of the Endless. In Destiny's part, the follow is written. There are some who believe him to be blind, whilst others, perhaps with more reason, claim that he has traveled far beyond blindness, that indeed he can do nothing but see, that he watches the intricate patterns living things make on their journey through time. Holy Neil Gaiman, he can really write. Nevertheless, at the beginning of this issue, we see him consulting the book to know what he should do when he got confused after his encounter with the Grey Ladies. And it got me thinking, after all, is the book chained to him or is he chained to the book? But being completely honest, none of these visions really fit into what I think life truly is. However, there's one character that for me best exemplifies how we should approach the concept of destiny in our lives: Hellboy. And no, I'm not talking about this monstrosity or this abomination. I'm talking about the comics, and yes, now we're gonna dive in a little bit deeper into it, but relax, it's gonna be quick and really satisfying. Title of my sex tape, huh? Hellboy was created by Mike Mignola, this beautiful, bald, charismatic man. He was invoked on Earth by the wizard Grigor Rasputin during World War II in December 1944 and appeared in the ruins of an ancient church near East Bromwich in England. He was found by the Allies and raised by Professor Brutenholm as a normal child. I mean, as normal as a devil-looking red skin with a gigantic right-hand child can be normal. Years later, however, he joined the BPRD, Bureau of Paranormal Research and Defense, becoming the greatest paranormal detective in the world. His destiny, however, is to cause the Ragnarok. No, wait, no. I'm not talking about Thor Ragnarok. I'm talking like he's the beast of the apocalypse. In a short story called Chained Coffin, we discover that Hellboy is the son of a demon and a former witch turned nun, well illustrating his difficulty in trying to fit in between the supernatural world and ours. World. This is a really tough word for me to say. World. Why am I talking about this? I have no idea. Why am I doing this voice? No clue either. Let's get back to it. Hellboy tries to renounce his supernatural side, always trying to escape his past, and changing his appearance, cutting the horns that characterize the demons. His mother, despite renouncing Hellboy's father, still sees her children being destroyed and her soul surrendered to her former master. A grotesque painting of a fate that cannot be denied. It's tragic, but very human. For immortals must face the consequences of our actions. Hellboy was created with humanity and tragedy in his DNA, as a being cursed to follow his destiny. In Wake the Devil, Hellboy is swallowed up in the abyss of a goddess who wanted to cause the apocalypse by his side. Anung Unurama, that's Hellboy's name. Loose the dragon, for this is the ending of days. You were born into the world for this purpose only. Deliver the world back into chaos. Wake your devil heart. I have no idea why I'm talking with this voice. It's a goddess, not a god, and I don't know what I'm... Okay. Hellboy comes back with his horns fully grown, a demonic appearance, and completely surrounded by fire, looking like a freaking badass. Two choices are given to him, and knowing what to... Stop with this voice. Basically, it's like, either you cause the apocalypse or you're gonna die. That's the two choices. And it is at this moment that he takes control of his life. I choose door number 3. It's my goddamn life and I do whatever I want with it. But this is why so many people relate to this character and this story. There's no one in the world who looks like Hellboy, who has to face these kind of problems, who has to deal with these kind of expectations. I mean, we're talking about a character who not only has the world, but all the afterlife resting on his shoulders. And look at him. We're not talking about some gigantic The Rock type of shoulders. He has some really small shoulders. And with all that, he still fights for what he wants. Even when everyone says it's impossible. Even when gods and demons say that fighting your destiny is a losing battle. While the first great villain in the saga, the wizard Grigor Rasputin, is a man trying to become a god, Hellboy is a god facing his own destiny to become just a man with a devil-looking body, a gigantic right hand, and really small shoulders. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to put any opinions or suggestions. Any opinions and suggestions. I cannot speak right now. Feel free to put any opinions or suggestions in the comments down below. And any feedback you can give me about the video, about the content, about the way I deliver it to you would be really appreciated. If you like this content, or me, and if you like me, you're pretty messed up. But if you like any of it, please consider subscribing to get the new videos and to make a really stupid guy with a funny accent really happy. I'm not stupid. Who put this in the script? Oh gosh, so hot. I'm feeling like I'm in Hellboy's house. World is a world. I'm melting like the vanilla ice cream I am. Sweet and delicious.